Hey everybody, my name is Sam. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing another non-book related video because I feel like it. And I'm going to be doing the 50 questions you've never been asked tag. I do not know off the top of my head who created the original video, but I will try to find it and link it because, you know, give credit where it's due. And I was not tagged in this by anybody, but I think that's okay because the very nature of this tag is that they're questions you've never been asked. And since nobody tagged me, nobody has asked me these questions. I did not think about most of these ahead of time, so we'll see what happens. So the first question is, what is your favorite candle scent? I did think about this one before I started filming, and I have like a million answers, but I'm gonna narrow it down to 4. The first one, I guess, is like the store-bought one that you could go and get if you wanted to, and that is, it's called Sea Salt Vanilla, and I got it at Target. Other than that, I actually make candles because it's cheaper and because it was a nice hobby for me, especially when I was working late nights and needed to be doing quiet activities in the evening. So I like have a bunch of stuff that either I made or that friends of mine have made. And so probably my favorite one I've ever done for A, because I like the scent because it's fruity, and B, for sentimental reasons, is this one. This is a gummy bear scented candle. This one's actually my husband's. I made it for him in like 2013, I think. But it smells like gummy candy. This used to look a lot cuter, but the time has made the colors kind of bleed together a little bit, so it's a little bit muddy at this point. But he's been saving this whole time. He refuses to burn it. It's like literally never been lit. Because gummy bears played a pivotal role in the beginning of our relationship. Long story, but it's cute, not creepy, I swear. And then another one that I made that I don't have to show you because I had to actually throw it out because the glass for the container it was in, like, broke. It was green tea, sandalwood, and peppermint scented. It reminded me of a spa. I liked it a lot. And then this one, a friend actually made for me for Christmas a couple years ago, and I've like barely burned it because I can't get another one because I didn't make it. Leather and Lace is the scent name that she called it, but it smells like leather and like clean linen. And question 2, which female celebrity do you wish were your sister? Emma Stone or Emma Watson? Any of the Emmas, really. Question 3, which male celebrity do you wish were your brother? Ben Platt. I love Ben Platt. If you don't know who he is, he originated the role of Evan Hansen on Broadway, and he also was in the Pitch Perfect movies. I love him. He's wonderful. He's sassy and funny and seems like he would be the best brother in the universe. Number 4, how old do you think you'll be when you marry? I was 28 when I got married last summer. Number 5, do you know someone who is a hoarder? I do. My grandparents were like the actual worst at this. We had to clean out their house a little bit after my grandma passed away a year or so ago, and it was terrible. There was so much stuff. Number 6, can you do the splits? Hell no. I don't even want to try. That sounds horrible and painful. No, thank you. No. Number 7, how old were you when you learned to ride a bike? The only time in my life I have ever ridden a bike, I was 20. And barely then. Like when I was a kid, I never learned to ride a bike because I never wanted to. I walked everywhere or I would roller skate. I just never had the interest. And then I decided one day when I was 20 and I was home alone that I was gonna figure it out. And I think I rode like a block, and that's like my entire bike riding career. How many oceans have you swum in? I think swam. What's the grammatically correct way of saying that? 1, I went swimming in the Atlantic Ocean when I was 13. Number 9, how many countries have you visited? I've actually never left the United States, which is a very, very sad black mark on my life goals. I do want to leave the country several times, but at the very least once at some point in my life, because I think it's really sad to not actually experience other cultures at all. Number 10, is anyone in your family in the Army? My stepdad served in the military. Number 11, what would you name your daughter if you had one? I don't want children. What would you name your son if you had one? I've honestly never given that very much thought. Because again, I don't want kids. My husband and I don't plan on having kids. Number 13, what's the worst grade you ever got on a test? I don't remember. I feel like it was like a C- or something. Number 14, what was your favorite TV show as a kid? I think that depends on what stage in my childhood we're talking about. Like when I was really, really little, I really liked this show called Under the Umbrella Tree. I also really enjoyed like Rugrats when I was a kid. I would watch Power Rangers with my brother. As a teenager, was really into Degrassi. I really liked Degrassi and Saved by the Bell. And I watched like the Degrassi that was on at the time, like the Next Generation, and then I watched all of the original series because like I was that bitch. 15, what did you dress up as for Halloween when you were 8? I could name several of my Halloween costumes, but when I was 8, specifically, I'm not sure. So I guess I'll just tell you what one of my favorite Halloween costumes was as a child, and I think it might have been around that time. I dressed up as Sandy Olsen from Grease. It was a very exciting moment for me. I had 2 versions of the costume. I had like Good Girl Sandy when she attended the dance, and then I had like Bad Girl Sandy, which was just like black leggings and like red shoes and like a black shirt. Like it wasn't anything crazy. Have you read any Harry Potter, Hunger Games, or Twilight? I have read all of those series with the exception of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. I still haven't read that, but I also don't really count that as part of the series proper. Would you rather have an American or British accent? British accents are really cool, so probably British. Number 18, did your mother go to university? My mom went to like community college when I was a kid, took some classes, but she does not have like a 4-year degree. Number 19, are your grandparents still married? Both of my sets of grandparents were married till death do they part. Number 20, have you ever taken karate lessons? No, nope, no, can't say I have. Number 21, do you know who Kermit the Frog is? Yes, I do. Number 22, what was the first amusement park you visited? Oh, excuse me. Probably Six Flags. Number 23, what language would you like to be fluent in? I would love to be fluent in German or Italian. Number 24, how do you spell the word gray? I switch it up, I think, depending on my mood. I have spelled it with an AY. I have also spelled it with an EY. Is that weird? That's probably weird. Number 25, is your father bald? My father is pretty bald. He's got like the like sides and back, like the George Carlin. He's got that going on. I'm like losing my place here. Sorry about it. Number 26, do you know triplets? I do not know any triplets. Number 27, do you prefer Titanic or The Notebook? Titanic, because I don't care for Nicholas Sparks in general. Number 28, have you ever had Indian food? Yes, Indian food is delicious. Number 29, what is the name of your favorite restaurant? It's called Johnny V's Classic Cafe, and it's like a local greasy spoon kind of diner. Their portions are huge. The place is really great, and it used to be right down the street from my house. Number 30, have you ever been to Nando's? I don't know what that is, so no. 31, do you belong to any warehouse stores? My husband's parents have a Sam's Club membership, and we have their extra cards, so kind of. Number 32, what would your parents have named you if you'd been the opposite gender? My mom didn't have a boy name picked out for me because she was so convinced her second child was going to be a girl. She had 3 girl names picked out for me, but 0 boy names, so I don't know. Number 33, what's your nickname? Sam is a nickname. My full first name is Samantha. My dad has called me Sam Chop. I have a friend who calls me Samuela. I have gone by Samich, Samurai, Samazon, and a lot of other things, but those are my favorites. It's the highlight reel. Number 34, who is your favorite person in the world? Either my husband, my mother, or my best friend James. Number 35. Would you rather live in the country or the city? The city. I like having things nearby. I was raised in a city. I don't know how I would handle living in the country, to be completely honest. Number 36. Can you whistle? Sort of. It's not something I would count among my skills, though. 37. Do you sleep with a night light? No, I do not. Number 38. Do you eat breakfast every morning? I try to. Number 39. Do you take any daily pills or medication? Nothing daily. I've got some as-needed stuff, but nothing daily. What medical condition do you have? I suffer from chronic migraines. I also have psoriasis and anxiety. Number 41. How many times have you been to the hospital? Personally, for personal issues, I was born and I went to the hospital once when I was like 6 or 7 because I had an eye injury. I've been to the hospital visiting way more times than anyone my age should. Number 42, have you ever seen Finding Nemo? Yes, but I saw it several years later than everyone else. Number 43, where do you buy your jeans? Old Navy or American Eagle most of the time because they're cheap and they have them that are long enough to fit me because I'm 6 feet tall and most of my height's in my leg. Number 44, what is the last compliment you got? It was probably from my boss. I don't know. My boss is great. She compliments us a lot. Number 45, do you usually remember your dreams in the morning? Like half the time probably, and every time I do, they're like really fucking weird. Number 46, what flavored tea do you enjoy? I enjoy most tea. I love oolong tea. This is my favorite tea. 47, how many pairs of shoes do you currently own? I own way less than I used to, but I still have too many. I should probably get rid of some. 48, what religion would you raise your children to practice? Again, I don't want children. I'm also not particularly religious. 49, how old were you when you found out Santa wasn't real? My parents kind of stopped pretending when I was like 10. Number 50, why do you have a blog or I assume a YouTube channel? I don't know, because I like to talk to myself. No, because I really like connecting with people from other parts of the country or other parts of the world. Why does anybody do this? This is like a really weirdly narcissistic thing to do, isn't it? Like the nature of like YouTube and blogging and all of that's like really bizarre to me, but here I am. And then I guess I'll tag a couple people for, funsies. I'm going to tag Jade at Jaded Reader, and then I am going to tag Leandra at the Unicorn Reader to do this. If they haven't already, I honestly don't know who's all done this tag. That's it from me, I guess. Let me know what some of your answers were to these questions, or what you think of my answers if you want to mock me for not learning how to ride a bike until I was 20. Have a great day. Bye.